On two of my recent videos, I showed you how to make the petals and leaves for a beaded rose, and today I'm going to show you how to make the stem. So the petals were one design and the leaves were separate, and then for the stem we are going to do yet a different pattern. Now if you want it to be longer, you can take a few bunches of wire and extend it so it's like a full-size rose. For this, I'm just going to show you kind of the mini version that comes naturally from the patterns I've shown you. I'm going to take size 28 wire, and ideally in the same color, but right now I'm using a different color just because that's what I had more of on hand, and I'm going to load it up with beads. In case you didn't catch that, I did wrap the ends of the wires folded over so it's not poking at the end, they're more rounded. If you're curious about getting one of these bead spinners or any of the other tools that I'm using, I will link down to them in the description below, as they make it so much easier to get this done. I'm going to load up several inches of beads on there, and then I can get started. You're just going to attach it up top as high as you can on that stem. I'm wrapping it around one of the leaves and then just twisting it to make it as tight as possible. You really don't want it to wiggle. And then I am wrapping it so the beads will be able to sit flush once I put them up there. So in small sections, I'm holding it tight, and the biggest thing is just making sure you don't have any gaps. So you're going to make sure all the beads are squished together, and you are going to make sure the wire is up against that wire stem and as high as possible. As you can see, there is still some exposed wire that you're going to be able to see in the end with this method. At this point, just in small sections, I'll just be wrapping it down until I get to the bottom. When I was first making a whole bunch of these roses and different flowers for my wedding, I had bought a whole bunch of floral tape. And I know some people like to use that. For me, I really didn't like the stickiness and kind of the texture it gave it. And I don't know, I kind of like the look of the beads better just because it's already beaded on the top. Might as well make the whole thing beaded. So that's why I came up with this technique. And you'll have to let me know in the comments below, what do you think of it? Keep smushing it up to make sure that it's tight. As we get near the bottom, you're just going to make sure you go all the way so you don't have any exposed wire down at the bottom. And then just a couple more beads. At this point, you're going to go ahead and cut off just a few inches of wire, and to round it out and make sure the beads can't come off, you're going to loop that through 2 or 3 beads there at the end, and that just completes the circle. So the beads won't come off of the wire, but now you have to make sure that the whole thing doesn't just fall right off of that stem. So I loop it through the center and through a few of those, I guess you could say rings or spirals, or a few of those rows, and make sure my wire is not twisted so I don't get a weird knot, but I thread that through. And then to give it some extra strength, I go over one of those rows and then through underneath a few more. That just kind of stitches it in place a little bit better. And again, making sure that my wire doesn't get twisted in the process so that I get kind of a mangled knot. I want this to be well hidden so you can't really even tell that it's there. At this point, I feel like it's fairly secure, and I'm just going to wrap it around following those rows, those spirals, so that way it's well hidden and it gives it that extra strength as it wraps up. At the very end, I just give it a good tug to make sure it's secure, and then tuck that little end in so it doesn't poke out and snag on anything. So there you go, that is the basic stem. Let me know what you think if you like it. This, you can bend it a little bit. As my husband pointed out, this would be great for boutonniere size or just a little trinket, a little something special for decoration or to say I love you. So let me know what you guys think of this technique. If you try it out, definitely let me know how that worked for you. Thank you so much for joining me here on Jenn's Creativity Corner. I hope you will give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. If you are interested in more beaded videos, definitely let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I will continue to do crafting videos every Thursday and some Tasty Tuesday cooking videos every week as well. If you are interested and able to help support this channel, I just launched a Patreon account. Go ahead and click there on the top left to find out more about that and watch another video while you're at it. Have a wonderful day.